So I'm going to bring up again about the catering cart, reinstating the catering cart on all trains. I know about implementation of and return of the catering cart on the Dublin Sligo train. We have had a bit of ambiguity around this. When is the catering trolley returning to the Sligo Dublin? It's the reintroduction of the catering cart. It's an easy win. In terms of the catering cart, like I've raised this so many issues, and it's been back on the Dublin Cork train, it's back on the Dublin Belfast train. So one thing that could be delivered quite easily. And already we've got, in 2 weeks, we've got over 707 signatures wanting to get it reinstated. I have 1,000 signatures at the petition of this, and actually become a public safety issue at this stage because that people don't have access to water. Often, particularly the early morning train, the 20 to 6 train that leaves Sligo, often is delayed coming into Dublin. So people could be sitting on that train for over 3.5 hours. Our services is like sometimes because there's no looping system, because we don't have a second track. Often that people could be on the train for 3.5 hours. With no water, no cup of tea, very basic things that should be provided on a train. It's back in the Cork to Dublin train, and it's back in the Cork to Dublin to Belfast train. But there's elderly people on these trains.
The issue is funding. It's going to cost a few million to fund catering. But at the moment we simply don't believe we've enough of funding to reinstate the catering service.
Is it the responsibility of the NTA to look for this extra funding from the department? Rail are unaware of what the profit loss associated with an existing service. How can NTA know that the expenditure required for the reintroduction of the Sligo line will be greater than the income generated?
We got information from Irish Rail that this was just loss making, full stop.
That's very much funding dependent, and at the moment the funding isn't available to restore it on other lines.
I don't think it's about commercial viability. I think it's about providing a service that even if if it's not a profit-making service, there has to be some kind of subsidies to make a provision of a basic service that should be entitled, especially when it's one of the longer routes. Just want to press the urgency of this, even if it wasn't a catering cart, even if there was a vending machine put there, because
on the vending machine, I actually wondered about that myself. I think the issue is we'd probably have to remove seats out to make space for the vending machine, or remove the toilet out of the carriage. None of those are attractive propositions.
I hear very clearly what you're saying on catering, and obviously if we are able to reintroduce catering, we would be prioritising those longer journey times,